As we neared Saurian, I spotted a massive tree in the distance. Although it was still quite far away, its sheer size was unmistakable. This sight emphasized the enormity of the sacred tree. However, no matter how colossal it appeared, it would prove no match for Milim's unbridled rage. Her overwhelming power left me absolutely convinced. Throughout our journey to this point, I had witnessed countless phenomena. The sole reason our world remained secure was Velgrynd's kind offer to assist us. She had journeyed this far due to her concern that our planet might descend into chaos if matters continued unchecked. In the event of a world collapse, even Velgrynd would be in jeopardy. Therefore, I shouldn't overly burden myself with gratitude. Besides, she could always resort to Dimension Leap for escape. Thus, I gladly accepted her cooperative offer. I was aware that a split body had been left with Masayuki, reducing her current strength to around 70%. Nonetheless, her assistance was invaluable, and I could rely on her support. This was why I often found myself being pampered. I apologize if this question seems basic, but can you ensure the safety of the sacred tree to prevent any harm to it? You're still as straightforward as ever. Milim doesn't seem to be taking things seriously, but I'm doing everything in my power to maintain the star barrier. However, Milim has control over Stardust, and there's no barrier in existence that can withstand her Drago Nova attack head-on. But I've heard that Drago Nova has been reflected before. That's because Milim was holding back. Stardust cannot be reflected, so it's futile to expect such a feat. I had initially thought that Velgrynd could handle Milim while I took the opportunity to issue the order. However, I was now informed that the aftermath could wreak havoc on Earth. Velgrynd had come voluntarily, so I understood that such consequences were part of the package. If it were possible, I would have preferred to become the target myself and take action to minimize the damage. Yet, the plan was infeasible, reckless, and challenging to estimate the extent of the damage. Moreover, the success rate was not very promising. Then, some unexpected good news arrived. Good news. I have found a factor that may increase the probability of success. I had mixed feelings, hoping for good news but fearing bad news. I have confirmed the presence of Demon Lord Leon and Zalario in the vicinity of our destination. Since this is very convenient, I would like to ask them to cooperate with us. Can you give me your permission? I readily granted permission, although I wondered if they would genuinely assist us. After all, Zalario had been an ally of Feldway. No problem. They will certainly cooperate with us. I wasn't sure where Ciel's confidence stemmed from, but given the circumstances, I had no choice but to trust it. I gave my approval without hesitation. Soon after, the results became clear. Zalario proposed a plan: have Leon and Sawe attack him at full power, placing a significant burden on himself. He intended to understand how Feldway's ultimate dominion functioned at maximum capacity. Fortunately, it seemed that Demon Lord Rimuru had sealed the domination circuit within an angelic skill for Leon. Unfortunately, this didn't aid in Zalario's testing, but it was worth attempting the burden strategy. Consequently, they proceeded with the plan, leading to an unexpected development: an unfamiliar voice. I have heard your story. If you wish, I will recreate the power of the angelic system so that you will not be influenced by anything. This proposition came out of the blue from an unknown source, and it seemed rather absurd. It was impossible to simply nod in agreement to such a dubious offer. Leon and Zalario exchanged awkward glances, both realizing that the other was not responsible for this. They were both puzzled about how to proceed. Leon surmised that this was Rimuru's doing, although the method used remained a mystery. Zalario, on the other hand, was bewildered. While maintaining an outward appearance of composure, turmoil raged within him. How did you do that? How can you speak directly to my heart like that? What's the catch? What's in it for you if I accept your offer? I would like to ask for a little help. It's a very simple job, so just follow my instructions and attack with all your might. All right, I'll accept your offer. Subject's acceptance confirmed. Now executing skill alteration. The change was swift and dramatic. From that point on, the enigmatic voice, Ciel, assumed center stage. Leon's ultimate skill Purity King Metatron was enhanced and transformed into Light King Surya, with improved performance. Similarly, Zalario's ultimate skill Judgment King Israfil was modified into Retribution King Metis by Ciel. Ciel-san subsequently informed me that they had successfully secured these pawns, as both Leon and Zalario had agreed to cooperate with us. It was an unfathomable turn of events. While Leon remained an ally, Zalario had previously been an enemy. I couldn't quite grasp the situation. It was surprisingly easy. I used Analyze and Assess on Justice King Michael, which contains the ultimate dominion for absolute control over angelic skills. I simply used it. Such a technique felt like cheating when employed by enemies but was incredibly reliable when used by allies. In fact, it was so remarkable that it left me somewhat astounded. Ciel-san had casually manipulated Leon and Zalario's abilities during the negotiation, making me wonder if it found this play amusing. Yufufu, thank you very much, Ciel-san expressed, even though I hadn't yet praised it. I remained bewildered, but Ciel-san appeared delighted, so I kept my thoughts to myself. Leon and Zalario maintained their charade of combat, and awaited further instructions from Ciel-san. I, on the other hand, contacted all relevant parties to prepare for this development. Benimaru seemed to be assisting in the battle against Jahil, and while Sylvia-san played a role, Kigali and Ter were also collaborating to corner Jahil. I explained the situation to Sae and instructed him to cooperate with Leon and Zalario when the time came. I even informed Eltan, who was connected to the telepathy net, providing an overview of the plan to be conveyed to the Magus. While Benimaru's command alone would suffice, I now felt even more secure. Incidentally, my initial encounter with the Magus left me quite astonished. It brought to mind the image of a mechanized robot reminiscent of characters from cartoons. With such a unique opportunity at hand, I was determined to make this mission a success. Failure would result in Sarian's destruction. I strengthened my resolve once again and continued to monitor Milim. She remained cloaked in tremendous energy, showing no signs of fatigue. Her power was still unfathomable, but what was truly alarming was the gradual growth of her presence. Milim was becoming even more formidable under these circumstances. To be precise, she was unleashing the power that had been restrained. Regardless of its significance, I was certain that her power surpassed even that of Michael, whom I had recently defeated. The prospect of confronting such a force head-on was daunting, but it was a necessity. The final battle was approaching, and I needed to be prepared for any eventuality, considering every possible countermeasure for every conceivable situation.
Notice, I have compiled the current state of affairs as concisely as possible. Beginning playback.
I would like to shout out to my top Patreon followers, Gerald Gonzalez, Quest, Cheesebean, Carito, Jason Torres, and Edward Balestream, and also for the top commenter of the week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next videos. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below.